Well, as you know, he's not just simply a motivational speaker. He's also an expert on service delivery and service excellence. And using the example of Singapore, he's shown what needs to be done for the country, or even indeed as an organization, what you need to do. But the reality is that Fiji is a small jurisdiction, it's a small country, less than 1 million people. So obviously all the different organizations, including private sector and public sector, we're all connected. So as we talked about, Fiji Airways has brought him over in respect of improving the service excellence, having service excellence within Fiji Airways. But Fiji Airways, of course, cannot also do it on its own, because the whole Fijian Airways experience is not just about the aircraft experience, but also coming into Fiji, landing into Fiji, departing from Fiji. So it includes also the customs officers, includes biosecurity, includes the people who take your bags down, includes the check-in time. All of those sorts of different agencies feed into that Fijian experience. It also feeds into the hotels. So it was very inspiring, to say the least. It also has given lots of ideas in respect of what we can do. We've of course started in our own way in respect of the oil barrels, the open merit recruitment system. Apart from the fact that it not only just creates transparency, but the idea is to be able to have people who will be passionate about their service delivery as professionals. Oh no, we were essentially there listening to the talk by Mr. Kaufman, but it also inspired us to think about how we can actually improve service delivery, what we can do as a nation, and in your individual organizations too.
Are you going to use his services?
Well, it's early days, and of course he's been brought here by Fiji Airways, and we need to think as to what we'll do next.
The key message this evening was that every single person in the country, whether you're young or old, whether you're working in the government or working in a company, working in hospitality and manufacturing and financial services, everyone can take a step up to provide better service for someone else. Now, it might be an external customer or it might be a colleague. But the definition of service is taking action to create value for someone else. And in making Fiji a stronger, better, more successful, more prosperous country, everyone has a role to play. Everyone can take the next step up. Each person needs to think about, who is it that I'm serving? Is it a colleague? Is it a customer? Is it someone in another department? And then what action can I take to not just do what they expect, but maybe add a little more value so that you stand out, stand above the crowd, and help take the whole country of Fiji to a new level. People need to learn the fundamental principles of service. For example, a good definition of service. Taking action to create value for someone else. A good definition of service excellence. Taking the next step up to create more value for someone else. And then practical tools that can be applied in a working environment. For example, mapping out a service transaction and each of the perception points along the way, and then looking at those closely to see, where is it that people are complaining? Where is it that we could do a better job? Where is it that we could step up, add more value, and make the country a stronger and better place? So, for example, with Fiji Airways, we're working with the whole airline. 1,300 people in every department, internal departments, external departments, people who work with passengers, people who work with cargo, people who work with overseas areas, everyone together learning these fundamental principles, and then in workshops focusing on where are the opportunities that we can collaborate to create a better experience, more value for someone else. So in my work with Singapore, it's been with the Singapore government, it's been with Singapore Airlines, it's been with Singapore Changi Airport, it's been with the Raffles Hotel, with the new resort Marina Bay Sands, with the largest insurance company. I've been living there for 27 years. I've become a citizen of Singapore because it's a classic example of a small island nation that could really stand out and differentiate itself if it creates more value. Fiji is another very good example. So a specific example of how Singapore can do that is by delivering value in 4 different categories. Number 1, making your primary product better. Number 2, making your delivery systems more convenient and faster and easy to use. Number 3, improving your service attitude or your service mindset. And in that regard, Fiji's way naturally ahead of Singapore and most other countries in the world. And then the 4th category is called relationship, cultivating the ongoing relationship with your customers so they want to come back, so they want to recommend you to other people, so they even want to tell you what they think you could do better, so that you continue to succeed, so that they continue to enjoy your success.